Get your ass out of bed, you slacker! I don't care. I don't care if you're at the bars all night. You have responsibilities. You have obligations. You're an adult now. Well,
Ish.
physically, mentally, emotionally, no. You're still 12 years old, but somehow you're old enough to imbibe adult beverages, and that's just wrong. So that's what we're here for. Your Uncle Dave, the Conquistador Dave Height.
And your Uncle Kev, the Maestro Kevin Crane.
We have to keep you on the straight and narrow.
So you know you've got your coffee going. The eggs and bacon frying.
Take the aspirin.
And your Pedialyte.
Yep. Chug a bottle of water. Stay with us for the next hour and a half as we recap the week that was in pop culture as only we can. Politically incorrect, blissfully politically incorrect as we are.
No apologies.
And believe me, I've got issues this week. Now, of course, the sports edition, which dropped Thursday morning, I was tame. I was fairly tame. Not gonna happen here on the weekend edition.
No, if anybody went off Thursday, it was me.
Yeah. Well, I got my issues this week. I have my issues. And a lot of it might revolve around our featured movie review. But before we get to that, we start off as always with
music. Because rock and roll is the king, baby.
So we're starting off with America's new favorite game show, which we started a few months ago.
Rank those songs.
Where your Uncle Dave and I pick a minimum of 5 new songs. We figured it's more fun this way. Do it this way.
Yeah.
Instead of just reviewing an album and a couple songs, concert and a couple songs.
Let's do something fun.
Yep. So we accumulate all these new songs when we don't have an album or a concert to review, which next week will not be the case. But we have 6 songs that we're going to rank this week. 6 being the worst.
1 being the best.
Now, your Uncle Dave and I, the rules are we do not consult ahead of time except for agreeing on the 6 songs we will review. 5, 6, whatever it might be.
Whatever. I believe this time I get to go first.
Okay.
So I believe I had you lead off last time.
Whatever you want to do. I'd be more than willing to do whatever you want to do in the spirit of camaraderie.
All right, let us begin. For me, the weak link in this one. Today's song, the Foo Fighters.
Wow. Okay. Now, I will not... I think you've got it too low, but I'm not going to dispute your ranking.
It just felt weak all around.
Well, we've had problems with the Foo Fighters ever since the last album.
Yeah.
The last album...
They've lost their edge.
The last album was their weakest by far. And the fact that the critics and the fans fawned all over it just pissed me off beyond all belief.
It was they came back after Tyler Hawkins' passing. They got a pass.
Yeah. And now we're dealing with the aftermath of Dave Grohl's infidelity announcement. Now, I'll go ahead and give you my review before, obviously I've got it ranked higher. But I will say this. I read a lot into the lyrics, and I do not like the lyrics on this song.
No.
Because you listen to the lyrics, you read the lyric sheet, pick a side is basically what it's saying. What side of the river are you on? And the one line I hate is, we'll all drown in the middle. See, to me, that's extremism.
Yeah.
To me, that's saying you're either on that side, you're for us, or against us. I don't like that.
No. That's not what
we're
want.
not.
We need to be in the middle.
Yes, we need to strike common ground. So I do not like the message the song sends. So in that sense, I agree with you that yeah, lyrically very weak, and I think misguided.
Yeah.
My sixth song is Gutsy by Airborne.
Wow.
Here's why. Bear with me. Here's why. Because I own all of Airborne's albums, so don't judge me yet. But here's the thing. If you're going to be the second coming of AC/DC, and that's what they are basically
Trying to be
the new AC/DC. This is the weakest effort I have ever heard from them in that attempt to be the new AC/DC. And again, I have all their albums, and I love them. They are basically a photocopy, maybe with the toner running low, of AC/DC. But I love them for it, you know. I can admire them and respect them for it. It seems like they're okay with it, and I'm okay with it too, but Gutsy doesn't do it for me. They have done much better in the past.
Yeah. See, now, I thought this was a hard rocker that I needed at this time.
And I've been there too. I've been there with other songs, yeah.
Yeah, so this hit well for me. So obviously I have it higher.
Right. Yep.
And vocally, it was sounding a lot like Jesse James on some of the
Yeah.
chords.
Yeah. Well, Jesse James sounds like AC/DC.
In some respects, yeah. So this hit that, but no, I enjoyed Gutsy.
So, do I do 5 or do you do 5?
It's your turn to do 5.
Okay. So, my fifth song will be Judas Priest's version of War Pigs. Now, I will say this. I knew going in that you were not going to be happy with the selection because you hate War Pigs.
I do hate the song.
But listening to this song 3 or 4 times with Judas Priest doing it, they've changed it up enough. Rob Halford doing the vocals makes it a better song.
It does. That's what I agreed with. Halford's vocals made this an excellent cover, if not better than the original.
Yes. And even though I've got it at 5, I still liked it. I liked it better than the original. And of course, because it's the Priest, I am biased. I'll admit my bias. This is why I wanted to review this, is because I figured Judas Priest would do a better job with it.
And they did.
Yes, this is a much more palatable version of War Pigs than the 70s Black Sabbath version. Yeah, I know that's rock and roll blasphemy.
It's blasphemy, but it's the truth.
And I'm more than happy to commit blasphemy, because there's a lot of shit out there from the 70s that people love that I hate.
Amen.
Pink Floyd comes to mind.
Amen.
Yeah. You hear about him this week? Roger Waters?
No, what'd fucktard do now?
He's defying some law in Great Britain.
God.
You know, because he's a Nazi. He's basically a Nazi.
Yeah.
You know, and they put out some law that said you cannot post anti-Semitic propaganda anymore. And the first thing he did was do it. Yeah.
Racist tard.
Yeah. So you got for 5.
For me, this is kind of a torn between two. I had to put Enough's Enough with Heavy Metal at 5.
Okay.
Even though I love the lyrics. Gonna get laid, wanna get paid. Come on. That's an anthem, but it was too wussy for what the lyrics were. I know they're not the hard rocking band, but they could have put a little bit more oomph into this one.
And I'm just going to keep playing off of you. So, a lot of Enough's Enough fans, from what I've read online, feel the same way you do, that ever since, was his name Donnie V, was the original lead singer?
Yeah.
Ever since he's left and Chips Enough took over, the band has become wussified. So that's point one. Point two is that I cannot, it's driving me crazy. This chorus sounds like another song, and I cannot come up with a song.
It does. Yeah.
I've listened to heavy metal 4 or 5 times, and I cannot, but it's one of those songs where I know I've heard this chorus before. And who did it, and when did they do it? And I can't come up with it.
May have
And I don't want to accuse.
Continue to listen.
Well, I
it.
don't want to accuse Enough's Enough of
Ripping off.
cribbing somebody else's work.
Yeah.
But I swear I've heard this before. I swear I have. So that's your 5?
Yep.
Okay, so you're up for 4 now. You got to do 4.
Did you do? Yeah, you did your 5.
Yeah.
Right?
We're doing Serpentine.
That's right.
Serpentine, baby.
So, who was your 5?
I had War Pigs at 5.
Okay, that's right. All right, at number 4, Honeymoon Suite. Ever Leave You Lonely. I liked it enough. It's right in their wheelhouse.
I think we're going to have a vastly different list here.
We are all over the place.
Yep. Yep, so you've got Honeymoon Suite, Ever Leave You Lonely at 4. My number 4 is Foo Fighters. Today's song. Like I said, I have problems with the lyrics. I agree with you, though, that they are weaker than they have been in a long, long time.
Yeah.
And they're starting to turn into U2, one of those legacy bands that just kind of coast on their laurels, and they're not coming up with new, exciting, different music.
Yeah, they're not pushing themselves.
Right. And like I said, I obviously liked it more than you, but at the same time, the lyrics bother me, and it's not all that great in the end. It's good. I'll take it.
But they can do better.
It just reminds me of the last album.
Yeah, it's a continuation.
All right, so we're up to 3 now, right?
Yep.
I'm up for 3.
You're up to 3.
This is where I put Enough's Enough with heavy metal. It's catchy. God help me, it's catchy.
It is.
But I agree with all the criticisms that you said.
That's why I was torn on it. I love it musically, lyrically, but it needs to go to another level.
It's a borderline earworm.
Yes.
It really is. But again, the problems I have with it are what you stated. It's a little wussy. And I swear to God, I know this chorus from somewhere else. I swear they've cribbed it from somebody else. But we just recently reviewed Strength.
Right.
From Enough's Enough. This is probably better than most of the stuff on that album.
Yeah. Oh, by far.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah. And it's a borderline earworm. So I will put it 3 in my listing.
All right. For me, number 3, War Pigs.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
It was enough. The Priest did just enough to surprise me, to make me like it. In this scenario, I'm still going to cringe every time they try and play it to start a concert. And I will change the radio station when it pops on. But it was a pleasant surprise.
I would like to hear them we just had Back to the Beginning this past weekend. The
Right.
final performance of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath, and all the bands that came out and did cover songs.
Yeah. I saw some of the highlights on that.
I would love to hear I've never been a Sabbath guy. You know this. You're not really a Sabbath guy.
No, I'm okay on them.
But I would like to hear their top 3 songs. Iron Man, Paranoid, War Pigs, done by other people to see what kind of life they can pump into them.
Yeah, and
obviously here with
what the Priest did. They pumped life into War Pigs.
Yeah, it's a better version. Now again, we're not huge Sabbath fans to begin with, but
there we go. We can appreciate.
I think that they're good songs, but I would like to hear. See, I grew up with Ozzy. I didn't grow up with Black Sabbath. I grew up with Blizzard of Oz, and Diary of a Madman, and Bark at the Moon.
Yeah.
That's... So, that's Ozzy to me. Not the Black Sabbath stuff. Yeah. By the time I was getting into it, Ronnie James Dio was singing. It was the Mob Rules.
Right.
Black Sabbath, not Ozzy.
All right. Up to me at number 2. This is where I have Gutsy.
Wow. We are really, really different on this one. But like you said, this is something you needed.
Yeah, this hit me at the right time.
Yeah. And I love Airborne. Again, don't get me wrong, I love Airborne.
It's
I just
in
didn't
the
like this song. So, I didn't like this song.
I get it. We've been in far stretches.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna have our number 1 is gonna be the same. Because my number 2, and this may be, whereas you're saying you needed Airborne at that point in time, I needed to finally hear something good and solid from Honeymoon Suite. Ever Leave You Lonely is my number 2, because I think this is the best of the 3 songs they've released so far.
It is.
From their upcoming album. This one is catchy to me. This is an earworm. This one stuck in my head. And this reminds me of old school 80s Honeymoon Suite. I like this a lot. So this gives me more hope for the new album than the previous 2 songs did. So I put Honeymoon Suite, Ever Leave You Lonely, at number 2. Which leaves number 1, Dave. And there's only one song left.
There's only one.
I wonder who that could be.
Legalized Living. The Hives.
If you kids haven't figured it out by now, we love the Hives.
So good.
And your Uncle Dave, I feel bad because he didn't get to review the last song, Paint a Picture.
But that's
which is awesome. Which is so we're 3 songs in for the upcoming album, about a month and a half out. The Hives Forever, Forever the Hives. And these 3 songs are awesome. Just awesome.
Not disappointing.
Now the thing is
they are not resting on their laurels.
The thing is, Legalized Living is a little different.
It's calm for them.
Yeah, it's not bludgeoning you over the head with their riffs like you would normally get. And I'm telling you right now.
For them, this is like a ballad.
Yes. Enough is Enough is still my number 1 song of the year right now. As simple as it is. It just sums up my state of mind right now in this world.
Done.
But, Legalized Living. The guitar riff reminds me of something you would have heard in the 80s.
Yeah.
A little bit more subtle. Again, not bludgeoning you over the head with their...
It's different for them.
Their hard rock punk usual sound that we got on the first 2 songs. It's subtle. I like it.
It's good.
Yes. And I cannot wait
the new
album
is going to be phenomenal.
Yes, and we want the Hives.
Damn
Somewhere
it.
near us. Play near us, for the love of God.
Please.
Stay out of Chicago. Nobody wants to go to Chicago. It's a cesspool. People die. Go to Indianapolis. Go to Fort Wayne. Go to Grand Rapids. Come on, guys. Get it together. You're supposedly the greatest band in the world. Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed. So prove it. Expand.
And then, of course, the big news of the week is that Mammoth has announced the release of their third album, The End. Will be out October the 24th.
You know that's getting reviewed right here on Spotify, Good Pods, Pocket Casts, Apple, Overcast, CastBox, Amazon, Audible, and Heart Sports Frenzy, baby. And to UB2B.
Yep. But next week, we've got a ton more music for you, including a review of the new song from Mammoth, The Spell. And that will be included with our review of... Oh, God, should I tell them the story?
Yes, Aldo, what were you doing?
Quiet Riot. We're going to see Quiet Riot here. By the time you've heard this, we've seen them.
Yes.
By the time this drops on July the 12th, we've seen Quiet Riot on July the 11th. We were supposed to see Quiet Riot with Aldo Nova. And this has caused me nothing but depression,
angst,
all week, because I feel like I'm cursed. I have been looking forward to this concert probably among all others. And what happens, Dave? What happens?
Aldo takes a tumble down the stairs and fractures his C1 cervical vertebrae. He is now in a halo.
For up to a year. And I'm not trying to be a selfish bastard, but my God, why? Why this has to happen to me? I have been waiting for this concert for months and months and months.
And alas.
And then they come out and they say, well, don't worry.
The show is still on.
And we've got a great opening act. And they do. They have a great opening act.
The problem is we're going to see them in a couple of weeks.
So we're seeing Quiet Riot with Slaughter. Which, again, is great. Except we've already got tickets to see Great White and Slaughter in August.
We can't win.
Sometimes I wonder what I did to deserve this. Seriously. Sometimes.
It's not you.
Now, in terms of the songs, go back to the songs, we'll wrap this up. Do you have a cutoff in terms of songs you would not recommend versus songs you would recommend to the kids?
There's not one I wouldn't recommend. They all have their bits that they're worth listening to.
I'd say Gutsy. I can't recommend Gutsy. I would give Gutsy a week 2 Frenzies.
Wow. All right.
But outside of that, yeah, then you get to War Pigs. Definitely War Pigs gets a week 3, and you go up from there. So, and again, I am a Airborne fan. I am. I just didn't like Gutsy.
All right.
It seemed like they were phoning it in. Phoning it in a little bit. Phoning it in. All right. Let's move on to entertainment news, because this will only take a minute. Don't have a lot this week. As you listen to this on July the 12th, streaming news Drop, which will be our featured movie review next week, is currently available on Peacock. An interesting little horror movie that looks like it's...
Looks intriguing. It's a premise we've seen before, but we'll see what the take on it is here.
Yep. And then next week, The Amateur, dropping July the 17th on Hulu. Of course, that's Rami Malek. We'll see how that plays out in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Now, this made me feel ungodly old. Ungodly old. I saw this story and I went, "You've got to be kidding me. You've got..." They're already talking about rebooting A Night at the Museum.
Oh, come on!
And I'm thinking, what didn't they just do? It's been 11 years since they did the third one. It's been 11 years.
Since the third one?
Yeah, The Secret of the Tomb.
God, I haven't even seen that one.
I'm like, wow, it has been 11. Now I'm thinking, well, can I criticize them? Because I've seen people reboot franchises a lot quicker than that. But it's been 11 years since the third one, Secret of the Tomb.
Good grief.
So this supposedly will not, from what I've read, feature any of the actors from the original three. Ben Stiller, good.
Bye-bye.
Asshole. Overrated asshole. And he's a Knicks fan too, so.
Oh, there you go. That's the icing on the cake.
But yeah, it's 11 years since the last one. Does not feel like 11 years. Does not.
Time marches on.
All right. TV and streaming. And then we'll do a book review, kids. Your Uncle Dave has a book review.
I do.
Before we get into our lengthy movie review.
Are you caught up with Poker Face?
No. Right now, my pace on that is one a week. I can't. Every time I sit down to watch it, I can get through one.
It's like pulling teeth.
No, it's not that. I admire the stories. But she's irritating me. She's really starting to irritate me. You know, it's like a red-haired James Cagney. I can't. I can't deal with it right now. One episode, I got through the one, and thank God, you know, she brought that little bitch to justice at the school.
Oh, yeah.
The
sloppy
Joseph
little bitch.
Yeah. But who sent her the letter at the end, which I loved. When I grow up, I will find you. That was awesome. But I can only take it in short doses. I know it's wrapping up. It's already wrapped up, actually.
Yeah.
As you're listening to this,
the final
episode is aired.
And it's part 2.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I will do my best to catch up so we can finish up our review. So I'm halfway through. I am caught up on Resident Alien because it's awesome beyond belief.
Resident Alien has been fan-freaking-tastic this season. It got off to an iffy start, but it found its legs and is running.
And I'll tell you what is an absolute travesty. How the hell does Alan Tudyk not get an Emmy for his acting?
I don't know.
He's brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant in the way he delivers his lines. Having to play this human alien. Yeah.
The physical acting he does with it as well.
Yeah. And the entire cast is likable.
Underrated.
Love the sheriff. You know, they're all great. The kids are great.
It's so much fun.
Yes. Yeah, this is by far, since season 1, the best season. Easily. So I am caught up on that. I have not watched Squid Game yet.
We have not started that either.
I have caught up. Now, I know there was a new episode this past Wednesday, July the 9th. I have not watched that yet. Since we're taping on the 9th, that would be understandable. but I am caught up on Countdown on Amazon
okay.
Prime.
Have not started it yet.
Okay, so it gets better from what I initially thought. Well, of course, this is the Jensen Ackles action thriller show involving a possible dirty bomb in L.A. So, I won't say it's the greatest show ever. That would be Terriers, which I am already rewatching, which is part of my rant, this overall, over-encompassing rant this week.
How something that brilliantly written and acted gets canceled.
I am going to start rewatching The Greats. My life is almost at an end. I am going to start watching the great movies of the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the great shows, and go to hell, Hollywood, with the crap that you're putting out there right now, because I'm about done with it. I'm tired of this feeling like I have to watch the new stuff. A24, you mentioned that. I won't watch a fucking A24 movie ever again.
We've been burned too many times. All right, then we have the season 1 wrap-up of Duster.
Which, of course, I have had issues with.
It's one of those where phenomenal idea.
And a great cast.
Wonderful cast.
Great cast.
Too much PC crap in there that they bludgeon you with.
Yeah, and I think that was the thing that kept it from being a truly great. Now, we have not heard the fate of Duster. We don't know if we're going to get season 2. It's definitely open for season 2. They leave a wide open door.
Wide open door.
For season 2. They give you this big, shocking expose, which I did not see coming at the end.
A couple of things that are like, oh, son of a...
Yep. I would have preferred they ended it. Somehow, some way, figured out a way to end it cleanly. Now, leaving us with these cliffhangers.
Do we get it or don't we?
That's up to the geniuses at Warner Brothers and HBO Max.
Yeah, and we have no faith in them.
And the thing is, by now we're a week in after the season finale. They should have let us know by now.
Yeah,
they should have let us.
Nothing.
So I don't know. I don't know what the fate
hold out
of
any
Duster
hope.
is. Josh Holloway. Here's my question. Josh Holloway is awesome in this show.
He does a great job.
But it doesn't seem like he does anything. I mean, outside of this, what I'm saying is in his career. When was the last time we saw Josh Holloway outside of Lost? Right? That was his big claim to fame. That was
his big thing.
And then he disappeared off the face of the earth. I don't remember. He
might have done some little things, but I couldn't tell you what they were.
And now he pops up in this. He's awesome. And I have no shame in saying this. No shame. Because I'll say the same thing about Jensen Ackles. Man crush. These are the dudes I want to be. I want to be good-looking dudes like this who can just look at a woman, and they're in bed with her in half an hour. These guys are super cool, awesome, good-looking guys. And the fact that Josh Holloway just disappeared for as long as he did, now he pops back up again. It's bizarre, shocking to me. But great show. Other than, like you said, the PC bullshit gets a little much.
Yeah. Keith David was another phenomenal presence.
Well, and you got the great Corbin Bernsen, of course.
So, hell of a cast.
Yeah.
So
I will give Duster a solid 3. No more, no less. I
Yep.
can't give it any more
Can't
because
go anymore because of the stuff, but yes, a definite solid 3.
right.
And I forget, did we discuss Keith David last week getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
No, I don't think we did.
So, yes, that was announced. So, congratulations to him. Well deserved.
Yep. So we will keep you updated in the next few weeks if we hear anything about the fate of Duster. And I have to have a season 2 now. Now I have to, because I need to know.
It. There's 2 things we need resolution.
Yes, we're not going to spoil them for you. So, one is who Xavier ends up being. We could say that.
We can say who's Xavier.
We can say that. Who Xavier ends up being. The mystery character throughout most of season 1. We finally find out at the end who it is. And it's shocking.
Yeah.
Very shocking. It leads directly into a potential season 2. And I did watch, by the way, most of the first episode of Nautilus.
That is on my agenda to begin by next
Special effects are unbelievable. Unbelievable. The rest of it,
Meh.
it could go either way. It could
We'll
go
give
either
it a couple of episodes
Yeah.
to
Oh, yeah.
decide.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
As we do.
Yep. So those are all the shows that we are watching right now. Duster comes out, and at least for me, next week It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia comes in. And again, I will try to catch up with Poker Face.
Just to get it over
Boy,
with.
I don't know if I can watch 6 episodes in a week of that, though. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
That leads us into Literary Frenzy.
Yes. I have a review, my 16th book of the year.
That's it?
That's it.
So you're on pace for 32.
Yep. Well off one of my top paces, but that's all right.
And then next week, you and I will have a mutual
Yes.
book review.
So this week is Skin and Bones by Paul Doiron. This is a short story collection featuring Maine game wardens Mike Bowditch and his mentor Charlie Stevens. So,
And you've reviewed this stuff before. I know, I recognize it.
yeah. So we've had, usually it's Bowditch and whatever he's caught up with, and his mentor, the retired Maine game warden, Charlie's there to help him out. And of course, now at this point, Mike's married to Charlie's youngest daughter, Stacy. No surprise. It shouldn't be this. This series has been out for like over a decade. So, getting into this is fun because you go back and hear early Charlie Stevens as a rookie game warden, and later on after a few years as he's been at it for a little bit. So you get some of his tales of what he's dealt with a little bit more focused on him. And then you get stuff about Mike in between what's happened with the main books. So, very intriguing, very well done. So, very pleased, a solid 3.5
Ooh,
on this one.
very high rating.
Yeah, so the pacing is perfect. You get the backstory, everything going on, the resolutions. It's solid, very well done for the short stories. They are complete.
Very nice.
So,
And again, as I mentioned, next week, Dave and I will both be reviewing James Lee Burke's new book, Don't Forget Me, Little Bessie. Don't expect sunshine and rainbows.
no, this is so far it's a depressing tale.
Yeah. America's, I will say it, and you can agree or not, America's greatest writer, but he goes far afield in another one of his Holland novels, which we're not huge fans of.
No, and they are never happy-go-lucky tales to begin with.
Right.
But this is even depressing for a Holland.
Yeah. So be prepared next week, kids, for that. And then I don't know. I might have to cheat and maybe dig into the latest Longmire and just skip ahead.
Don't skip.
Oh, I am not going to read 20 books. It will take me forever to read 20 books, Dave.
They are quick reads.
I'll see.
They build.
I will see.
There's a lore.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just start reading the Sweetwater High series. I don't know.
You're killing me,
I
Smalls.
got until the end of August before the new Happen Leonard. That's the next one on the agenda. Hatchet Girls. I got my pre-order in on that.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am too. Because I don't know what I'm going to read between now and then.
Get the first Longmire knocked out.
I don't want to wait that long. I want to catch up with you so we can discuss these books together. You read the first Longmire, what, 10 years ago?
No, about 3 or 4.
No. I will read the new Longmire.
I
will break the rules.
Everything.
I will break the rules and piss you off and read the new Longmire.
Jack Wagon.
All right. Now the fun really begins. Now we move on to our movie review of the week. A movie I've been looking forward to seeing for months and months. Everybody said, great movie, awesome movie, best movie of the year. Already, the one lock halfway through 2025 in terms of the Oscars for best movie of the year. Sinners. Written by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan in a dual role. Wow. Where do I begin?
Sounds like we may be differing a little bit here.
Maybe we are. Because, number one, way too long. Way too long.
I will agree with you there. 2 hours...
Almost 220.
2 hours and 18 minutes was too long. They easily could... There are a number of scenes that could have been cut.
I think if you want to cut the movie in half, the first half, which a lot of people seem to love, I thought was way too slow. And the character development did nothing for me whatsoever. It wasn't enough in terms of telling me who these characters were. The twins, Smokestack.
The Smokestack twins.
Right. We really didn't get for over an hour of investing in all of these characters before anything really happens. We find out
nothing.
Yeah, we find out they were in Chicago, and they maybe played the Irish and the Italians against each other
to make some money,
and that's it. And then they ran back home. That's what you get in terms of character development. I'm sorry, but that's what you get. Then you've got
bad character development.
Then you've got what, their cousin, who
the preacher's son,
technically is the focal point of the movie, if you want to call him that.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about music is the music bringing the devil out, and then we get all these long dancing and music scenes, and
those were
Oh
way
my
too
God!
long,
And then
way too
are we
much.
transporting through time because we're seeing hip hop artists and rap artists and hard rock artists?
With
Because again, we're trying to make this point
the
about
past and the future coming together.
yes, with the music and oh my God! And then the second half of the movie turns out to be the most generic vampire movie I've seen in a long time. Now, number one, they stole a key scene from John Carpenter. If you notice that,
Oh, yeah.
the whole garlic test
Uh-huh.
scene is directly cribbed from John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people, it's an homage. Bullshit. He stole it from them. He stole it from John Carpenter and Kurt Russell. He stole it from them. Because he didn't have any better ideas. Sorry, it's not an homage. And then if you want to say the ending is an homage to Quentin Tarantino, I'll dispute you on that too. Because Quentin Tarantino and his love of in Inglourious Bastards, let's just show people killing Nazis. Okay, great. So let's just show
kill
people.
the Klan.
Yeah. I think there's something wrong with Ryan Coogler. I really do. I think he's got an agenda. I think he's a despicable, spiteful human being. Because I didn't read. There was no need for that. Because you didn't have to have that little plot thread. It served no purpose. No purpose.
No, it was just an excuse to have a big gunfight at the end.
And kill who?
The Klan. My issue was the damn singing of by the vampires and their whole dance number crap.
Oh, all of it was crap. Yeah, I agree.
That stupid Irish jig.
Yeah. What purpose did that serve?
Why?
What
Trying
purpose
to
did
tie
that serve?
music in.
I think that was the thing, is that Coogler was trying to make some kind of a statement about music. And say, is music the devil's work, or is it something that brings us all together? Yeah. You know, and of course then you've got the end, which was kind of cool, where, you know, the kid that survives ends up being Buddy Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler, sorry.
Spoiler alert.
But guess what? It's been out for months. Deal with it.
Still can play.
Yeah. That was, I liked that. I liked the way they did that at the end.
Yeah. And I did enjoy the song during the whole past future melding together.
I did, yeah.
I didn't mind the song. But there's all the other dancing sequences way too long. It could have been cut down big time and been a much tighter movie. But you're right, character development needed to be a little bit more with the Smokestack Twins.
Yeah, because I didn't feel invested in anybody in the movie. I didn't know enough about any of the people in the movie. And the fact it took that long...
And we got
little. And we still didn't get invested in the characters.
It made it hard.
And what happened to the Indians? Initially. Finally when the action starts picking up.
Yeah, where are they?
Yeah, who are tracking down the vampire as the sun's going down. They just disappear.
Well, they're smart enough to get home and not deal with it.
Right. But, see, this is why I have now sworn. This is my proclamation I've been bragging about this whole week. I'm done. I am not trusting Hollywood anymore. I am tired of being told, this movie is so great. It will change your life forever. It is so wonderful. No, I'm done with it. I am done with it. Whether it's A24 crap or stuff like this. This is not a good movie. This is a mediocre movie at best. It's a generic, half-hearted vampire movie. And I saw people online, again, amazing to me. IMDb had this rated this afternoon as we're taping on July 9th at 7.7 out of 10.
I can't go
But there
that
were
high.
so many people who had negative reviews and were saying things like, this isn't even as good as From Dusk Till Dawn. But we're praising it like it's the greatest movie of 2025.
And
How does that
not
make
even
any
close.
sense?
It doesn't.
And the fact this movie's made almost $280 million at the box office boggles my mind. Boggles my mind.
That I don't get.
And I'm not saying it's the worst movie ever.
But it's
a week 2 frenzies for me. A week 2. But it's not, I'm not recommending it. It is not the be-all, end-all that everybody's making it out to be. I give credit to Michael B. Jordan for trying to pull off the double role. That's always tricky.
Yep.
Although at the end, you know how we were talking about Enough's Enough earlier in the show, and I can't place that riff from their song Heavy Metal? It took me a couple days. At the end, Michael B. Jordan starts to sound like Bubba from Forrest Gump. I'm watching it going, God damn, what does he say? Initially, I thought it was Eddie Murphy and Bowfinger. No, it's Bubba from Forrest Gump.
So.
And how did that undercuts all seriousness in the final scene with the brothers, to me. But then what is different? What is special about this movie? There is nothing different or special. There is not one moment in this movie that I'm going to remember and go, wow, that'll stick with me for years.
Yeah, no, it was just a movie.
There's nothing about it. Nothing about it. Maybe I say good for Josh Allen with Haley Steinfeld. Good for him. But see, that was another thing that offended me. Was it, again, this is another, I'll save it for the end. I'll save it for last call.
All right, there you go. I'll give it a 2.5. If you get around to it, you get around to it.
I came in really excited.
I know.
I really wanted this to be good.
I wanted to love this
Everything
movie,
about it, I was thinking, this could be a classic vampire movie. You know what was better? Abigail. I liked Abigail better.
Oh, yeah, Abigail was pretty damn good.
Yeah. See, I'm like,
I
thought this was going to be so much better.
Yeah. That put a new twist on the whole vampire thing.
Yeah. And this didn't have that creativity. No. It just didn't. Sorry. And they even copped out the one scene where I jumped was the snake at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, even that was CGI. Blatantly, obviously, CGI. They couldn't even put a real snake in the goddamn scene. Sorry.
They probably couldn't get the insurance for it.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, kids. You can call me whatever you want to call me, and I'm sure after I get done with last call, you'll call me a bunch of other things. But
it wasn't the be-all, end-all.
No.
That it's hyped to be.
Nope. All right. So, moments of silence here on the weekend edition. Here, where do we start? We just talked about Quentin Tarantino.
I think we have to roll in with Michael Madsen passing.
Of course, Michael Madsen was a fixture in Quentin Tarantino's movies. He was the, some would say, the ultimate badass.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite actors running through that time.
Yep. And he had issues. He definitely had issues. He had
his demons.
Yep. But, and he left us way too soon. Mid-60s.
Yeah. Amid working on a number of projects.
Yep. Very, very sad to see Michael Madsen leave us. Now, for me, very sad to hear about Julian McMahon. I watched Nip Tuck. That was when I actually got pulled into FX, and I realized FX actually is going to be the future of television, where they're going to have edgy stuff. And since then, they've brought us Justified, and the Americans, they have brought us some unbelievable
Some very
what
good
what we
stuff.
do in the shadows. They kept that ball rolling that Nip Tuck started.
Yes.
Now, there was some weird, kind of disturbing stuff in Nip Tuck that I didn't like all the time, but I did watch it, and Julian McMahon was great.
He was a really damn good actor.
And do not forget that he played
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom.
Very well.
Yep. So, thoughts and prayers to the families of Michael Madsen and Julian McMahon. And then I guess for the Star Trek buffs out there, I will mention Kenneth Colley.
Or Star Wars.
Oh, did I say? Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yep.
my God. Oh, Lord.
Admiral
Lord.
Pyatt.
Yeah, oh, God. Now I'm going to
Now
get it.
you're in it.
Now I'm going to get it. And I'm a Trekkie. I'll admit it. That's why I always go to Star Trek.
Yeah. So,
But yes, the Star Wars geeks are going to come after me for that.
And for you skin flick aficionados out there, Kylie Pope, porn star, succumbed to her demons as well.
All right, so I have taken. I went nuts on the sports edition when it comes to the Red Foreman dumbasses of the week. So I took it easy, laid back in the weeds a little bit here this week, in terms of the Red Foreman pop culture dumbass nominees. Only have 3.
All right. So who gets the golden boot?
Well, I alluded to this one on the sports edition. And this hurts me because I love this. This is where you have to separate the art from the artist.
Yes.
I've always said I can appreciate a guy like Kevin Spacey. He's just an example. Kevin Spacey, very questionable things he may or may not have done in his life. Awesome actor. One of my favorite actors. Loved him in Seven and Baby Driver. The Usual Suspects, obviously.
He's been good in
L.A.
everything
Confidential.
he's done.
So I have to separate the two. And that's what I'm doing here.
Because this is actually strike 2.
At least strike 2.
With regards to this type of
Yes.
behavior.
And we're talking about John Cusack. Of course, Hot Tub Time Machine, High Fidelity, Better Off Dead,
One Crazy Summer, Hot Pursuit.
Grosse Point Blank. On and on and on. He has been in so many unbelievable movies that we all love. But he is a raging nut job.
He's a despicable individual by all accounts. Nobody likes working with him.
Yep. Maybe explains why he didn't come back for Hot Tub Time Machine, too. I know. In the grand scheme of things, that doesn't matter.
Right.
When we now expose why he is a nominee for the Red Foreman Dumbass of the Week, because, like you said, not the first time he's done this, but he posted a meme. A bizarre, weird meme, a graph, linking former Secretary of State Antony Blinken to who he claimed were Mossad agents. Ghislaine Maxwell, and then, of course, Jeffrey Epstein. Ridiculous,
Absolute
nut job,
stupidity.
conspiracy theory anti-Semitic crap. And again, Dave and I are not Jewish, but
You don't do this shit.
I don't think either one of us can fathom this anti-Semitic stuff.
How can you fathom anti-anybody? Seriously.
Well, and I'll get to more of that in the last call. But, yeah, the hatred, the unadulterated hatred. Now, we can call certain groups, not as an entirety, but like these political groups that supposedly represent them. We can call them out.
Oh, we'll make fun of the fucking Taliban all day, but you don't make fun of the Muslims in general.
Right. That's a great example. We can make fun of BLM, but we're not making fun of black people. You know, that kind of thing. But, yeah, John Cusack has got some kind of ridiculous hatred for the Jewish people.
He's not wired right.
And it would be shocking to me if he gets another job again in Hollywood.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Now, there are people out there who think that I lean one way politically instead of another. I am going to prove you wrong. Because we talked about the lyrics from the Foo Fighters song, today's song. That's what disturbs me about those lyrics, is that why do you drown in the middle? What's wrong with the middle? What's wrong with having common sense?
Rise up in the middle.
What's wrong with having common sense and seeing both sides and trying to find compromise? Why make it a war?
Why is it one against the other? Do what's best for everybody.
That's the point. That's the point I would like to stress. So, yes, normally I see a lot of idiocy from the liberal fucktards out there, but I'm going to call out the current administration. I'm going to call out the Department of Justice, the Attorney General Pam Bondi, and yes, our President Donald Trump. Here recently they had a press conference, and yeah, I know there are very serious issues going on in terms of loss of life in Texas and New Mexico, and we wish all the best. We grieve for those families. The children that are lost breaks our hearts. But
kind of convenient for the timing of the release of this report, isn't it?
Well, here's the problem that I've got. For our purposes, we like to call out the stupidity and the idiocy and the perversion of celebrities and athletes and those who have tons and tons of money who think they can get away with whatever they want.
We want accountability.
So my question is, to all the aforementioned parties, including our president, who says, why are we still talking about Epstein? Because we want to know where the list is. You said there was a list. And now all of a sudden, you're backing off and saying, no, we never said there was a list. It was a file about the list.
Bullshit. Donald Trump put Pam Bondi in that role and told her, release everything on JFK, on Martin Luther King Jr., and the Epstein files. Release the list of his clients. Specifically told to release that stuff. Bondi, oh yeah, I have the list of clients on my desk. Oh no, it's just the file. The whole file was on my desk. There was no client list. Bullshit.
This is why the people don't trust government.
Anybody.
We want Trump to dismiss it and go, why are we still talking about this? Because you don't seem to understand that what we want is we want the names. We want to know which fucking celebrities were taking advantage of, abusing, and diddling fucking kids. So we can call them out and ruin their lives because that's what they deserve. And you act like it's nothing. No, it's something.
Are you protecting yourself? Because how many pictures are there out there of you buddying up with Mr. Epstein?
Well, that's the thing. I think we all know there are pictures. He's on the list. We all know that. But here's the thing.
Him and Clinton and Prince Andrew.
But to pull this shameless bullshit stunt, I don't care about the big beautiful bill. Yeah, people hate it. People love it. That's what's going to happen in government. You're never going to make anybody happy. But this was a moment that you could have done something.
That you promised you were going to do. And you went back.
Full disclosure. Full disclosure on all this bullshit.
And we have not gotten any full disclosure. You've given us the same standard tripe.
And what does that make us all believe? That makes us all believe that it's the same standard modus operandi, where we protect the rich, we protect celebrities, we protect Hollywood, because they could never do anything wrong, while they take advantage of, criminally abuse women and children, and we go, oh, that's just the way life is. No, it's not! We need to hold these people accountable, the scumbags in Hollywood.
And in government.
And I do not like hearing this bullshit where, oh, no, there was no list. Oh, why are we still talking about this? Because it matters. Because you need to show the common people, the middle-class people of America, that you people are no better than us. That you have to live by the same rule of law that we all do. But this constant bullshit, it doesn't matter if it's Trump or Biden and Obama going all the way back. You keep covering it up, and we're fucking sick of it. Tell us, who is the scumbag? Who are the scumbags? Prince Andrew, you said it. Bill Clinton, we know he's on the fucking list, but they won't confirm it. And I'm tired of it, Dave. I'm fucking tired of it.
It's depressing as hell.
I am so disappointed in this attitude that they have expressed, this cavalier attitude in the last couple days about this. They could have really hit a home run here with the American people.
Yeah.
And said, we're going to expose all the people who were involved, and we're going to take them to justice.
And why did it take this damn long for it to come out? If supposedly this list was available in February. Waiting for the right disaster to cover it up? Hoping nobody would pick up on it?
Yeah, I can't stand this. This really pisses me off. Really pisses me off. I do not like being lied to. I do not like being, deceived. Being told that, yeah, we're gonna be the bastion of truth that you've never had before in government.
Bullshit.
And then you turn out to be the same old shit. It doesn't matter if it's Democrats or Republicans. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
You cover your own asses.
So shame on you. All of you. The DOJ, Bondi, Trump, all of you. Shame on you. You're all dumbasses. And then finally, shifting gears, of course. How could you get any worse than that? But shifting gears, this hurts me. Our final dumbass nominee of the week. Somebody we love. Going back again to Hot Tub Time Machine. Craig Robinson. Arguably one of the funniest men in Hollywood. This stupid stunt he pulled. This social media crap he pulled.
I'm done with comedy.
Yeah. And people actually bought it. People actually believed it. I'm done with comedy. I'm going to start a small business. What does it turn out to be? A plug for a series of AT&T ads. And shame on all you idiotic Hollywood sycophants who bought this. Oh, Craig Robinson's quitting comedy. Craig Robinson's quitting comedy. I knew he was lying. I knew
way
it.
in hell.
I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
And it finally did today.
What's he advertising?
Yeah. What kind of bullshit stunt is he pulling? What is he promoting? What is he hawking? What is he selling? Oh, he's really quitting comedy.
No,
oh my God. These are the stupid people running these entertainment websites who buy into this bullshit.
Clickbait crap.
So your 3 Red Foreman nominees. Boy. Two of these hard to choose from. John Cusack, the DOJ, Pam Bondi, and Donald Trump, and Craig Robinson. Craig Robinson's lucky
that he went up this week
Yeah.
against these two egregious.
Yeah. I hate to say it, I almost have to go with John Cusack because even as much as I was fired up, this is government. This is what you fucking get from government. They lie, and they lie. But for John Cusack to be this disgustingly anti-Semitic.
For a second time.
Yeah, do it over and over again.
I have to agree with you there.
Yeah,
It's John Cusack.
And I will still watch, again, I will separate, but I don't like it. I don't like it. He's disappointed me greatly. Really.
Yeah.
And to think a couple years ago, I actually wanted to, remember when you guys went to see Carrie Elways?
Oh, yeah.
At a screening of The Princess
Carrie
Bride.
Elways yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do that when I saw that Cusack was doing that with High Fidelity. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to give that guy my money.
No.
I don't want to. Now, knowing now what I wished I'd known then.
And then now learning more and more about how his co-stars did not like working with him over the last, 2 decades?
Yeah. All right. So I am going to do a little generalized last call here to wrap things up, kind of summarizing and adding in to some of the things we've talked about this week. And this is my summation of how I feel this week. That's what my last call is going to be. I am so tired of hate. I am so tired of lies. I am so tired of people whining and bitching and pissing and moaning. People with money. People with stature. People in Hollywood. This is all they do now. Going back to our review of Sinners, first and foremost. A lot of people will say, I'm not reading into this scene right. I firmly believe the final scene in Ryan Coogler's Sinners is his wish fulfillment. I think this is blatant racism, where I think he just wanted to see a bunch of white people killed. I think he has a problem. I think he has a serious defect. And it's not, unfortunately, the only instance we see of this type of thinking in Hollywood. We've got Charlize Theron coming out now and saying it's sad that there's such a gender disparity when it comes to action movies. Women should have the lead more often. I would point out to Charlize, who, by the way, is one of these women, beautiful, gorgeous women in Hollywood that says, I can never get a date. I wonder why. Probably because you're a nut fuck the minute you open your mouth like this. We went to see Ballerina. We put our money in to go see Ballerina. Ballerina did not make $60 million at the box office.
Which is a shame.
Charlize Theron's movie from a few years ago, Atomic Blonde, did not make $60 million at the box office.
Atomic Blonde was not a good movie.
Furiosa.
Ballerina was a good movie.
Furiosa, a great movie. did not make, what, 70 million at the box office. Here's the thing. If you're going to keep criticizing,
you're going to alienate.
and you wonder why people won't go see these movies. Do I think it's a problem? I think it's a big problem that those 3 movies we just mentioned didn't make more money because they were all awesome. Furiosa, tremendous.
Fury Road that she was in.
That wasn't her movie, though.
No, it wasn't. It was
that was a Mad Max movie. And what did I tell you about Furiosa before it came out? I said, we want a Mad Max movie. We don't want a Furiosa movie. As much as Charlize Theron and the critics wanted to shower her with praise for her portrayal of Furiosa, people cared more about Mad Max.
Yep. Just the way it is.
And that's what happened when they released Furiosa. No fault of the movie, no fault of the actors. Chris Hemsworth, Anya Taylor-Joy did a great job.
It's just people wanted Max.
We haven't had a strong female action hero. You want to count Black Widow? Fine. I don't. I would say you have to go back to Angelina Jolie with Salt and with Tomb Raider to find action movies with female leads that actually made a ton of money. Now, what does that say? I think it's a commentary on Hollywood in general. I think we're tired of having this shit forced on us. I don't need Ryan Coogler projecting his white hatred. I don't need Charlize Theron projecting her male hatred. I don't need John Cusack projecting his Jewish hatred. We're frankly tired of Hollywood. I'm tired of Hollywood. I'm tired of being preached to. I'm tired of being told every day that you people who barely got out of high school know better than the rest of us who went to college, actually paid off student loans, got degrees, and worked hard.
And give you our hard-earned money to be entertained, and then have to be subjected to your bullshit. Shut up and entertain me.
I think the lesson here is, now Ryan Coogler is laughing all the way to the bank because Sinners has made almost $280 million domestically at the box office. And sorry, but he fooled you all. This movie is not that good, and I think it's a very hateful movie. That's just me. But if this is what we're going to start pushing on people, these types of movies, then we're going to force everybody to watch female action heroes when obviously we don't want them if the story's not good. We don't want tales of morality if they're not good. Stop preaching to us, start entertaining us, or you're going to lose all of us. We're going to stop going to the theaters, and now Superman this weekend is the final point I wanted to make. Superman this weekend is going to be very telling of where we are.
Yeah.
Because James Gunn has come out.
Mixed reviews on it.
James Gunn has come out and talked about how this is actually a political movie speaking on immigrants. So Superman is an immigrant.
Gee, thanks. Like we didn't make the connection.
But at the same time, he says, I wanted to get away from the darker stuff. And I wanted to make it lighter. Meanwhile, indulging in his own selfish fantasies about his fucking dog, having to put his fucking dog in the movie and featuring crypto. I have seen this movie projections go up and down over the last couple days like nobody's business.
Yeah, the early reviews are all over the place with it.
We're going to find out here for the rest of the summer what we're actually willing to take what we're willing to actually put up with when it comes to shelling out our hard-earned money for these movies.
What are we going to pick and choose?
And then, of course, we've got the Fantastic Four in another couple weeks, too. Which I still think between Superman and Fantastic Four could be the dual death knell for the superhero movies. Because these two studios, and James Gunn, shame on him. I expect this from Disney. But James Gunn, for all the edgy, brilliant stuff that he put into the 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies, for him to go down this road depresses me beyond all belief.
Amen.
And if this is the start of the new DC universe, I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. And I don't want anything to do with what Disney's doing with Marvel.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So that's my last call, is that let's wake up, people. Let's stop giving money to Hollywood when all they want to do is preach to us. Let's not reward them for giving us subpar material. Stay at home, watch the classics, which is my pledge now. I'm going to start staying at home, watching the classics. I'm not going to waste my time anymore on this bullshit. I'm not. I'm done. I got very few years left in my life. I'm going to rewatch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Chinatown, watch the greats, Unforgiven. God help me when Clint Eastwood dies. I will be in mourning for weeks. The last great, true Hollywood star. The guy who got it. All these idiots like James Gunn, Ryan Coogler, they don't know what they're doing when it comes to Clint Eastwood. They're little teeny tiny gnats compared to him.
They're a blip.
All right. That's going to do it for the weekend edition, kids. That's your Uncle Dave, the Conquistador Dave Height.
That's your Uncle Kev, the Maestro Kevin Crane.
Of course, we will do this all over again in 7 days with our review of Quiet Riot and Slaughter. Not Aldo Nova, Slaughter. Cassette classics going back to White Lion's first album.
Fight to Survive.
And then, of course, James Lee Burke's unbelievably depressing new novel, Don't Forget Me, Little Bessie. Among a bunch of other stuff. I'll probably have another...
The usual crap.
Yeah, I'll have a couple movie reviews because I'm into some other stuff. Could be good, could be bad. I don't know.
The jury's out.
Well, I still need to watch The Accountant 2.
Yes, you
many,
do.
many other movies and TV shows that I need to watch. So I need to start sacking up, living by my words. No more stupid sports stuff. I got, a month and a half? I got a month and a half until football season kicks in. That's the time to catch up on all this stuff. My pledge to all of you, your Uncle Dave and all of you out there in podcast land, is I choose to be a better pop culture human being from here on out. No more listening to crappy music. No more watching crappy shows. No more indulging in terrible movies. From A24 especially. God. That is my pledge to all of you. With that being said.
Say goodnight to the kids, Maestro.
Oh, I knew you were going to screw me on that. Say goodnight to the kids, Maestro.